everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady.
And I'm Abby the gardener. Today we're harvesting wheat.
We've had a ton of questions about how we go through and harvest, process, and ultimately bake with the wheat that we grow. These easy to follow step-by-step instructions will lead you to a successful yard-to-table harvest. The first step is harvesting the wheat seed. All you want to do is pluck the head off the stalk. Leave those stems in place as they break down to improve your soil. What you want is clean wheat heads that are ready to go into a bucket for the next step of threshing. You'll need some different pieces of equipment for threshing, including a 5-gallon bucket and a drill bit with a modified rod that has chain link attached. Basically, you use this as a means of beating the wheat seed to the point where the chaff comes off. The threshing process is probably the most difficult for home gardeners to understand, but once you've created this drill bit, you'll be able to use it every single season. As you can see here, this is not a complicated process and it doesn't take very long. Sometimes you do have to go through and thresh multiple times to make sure that everything has been beaten appropriately. When you've threshed to the point where you can see the seed that is separated from the chaff, that'll be the indication that it's time to get started on step 3, winnowing. Winnowing is just the simple act of blowing the chaff away from the seed. I've learned over the years to always do this so that you blow the chaff into a bed, because all of that organic matter will break down and add nutrients to your soil. Now, winnowing can take some time. Often you'll have to do at least 5 or 6 passes, and sometimes we do it by hand, like I'm showing here, where I just pick up handfuls and then drop it in front of the box fan. No matter how you winnow, the end goal is to get clean seed that is free of the additional seed coat fiber. As you can see here, now we're at the stage where we'll be ready to grind. The whole point of this experiment was to figure out how much flour do we get from this edge of a foundation landscape. We're going to go ahead and take this into the kitchen and get it ground so we can give you how many cups of flour we end up with from this. All right, Abby and I are here in the dining room with the wheat that we just threshed and winnowed, that we grew right out back, just a few steps away. Like, this is way less than 0 kilometer. This is like less than 20 steps, yard to table, literally. Grains are a beautiful and practical addition to any sunny landscape, especially if you're interested in grinding your own flour. So we're using the Wonder Mill, and this is an awesome device, but the one instruction that's really important is that you turn it on before you fill it. So we're going to turn it on first. So now you can pour that in. So let's see what we got from that. This is definitely more fibrous than normal flour. Oh, but it looks good. Look at that. Now the time we've been all waiting for. How much flour did we get from 20 square feet of landscape bed edge? And the grand total is a whopping 2 cups. 2 cups of homegrown flower from 20 square feet of landscape. Here in the Arthur Foodscape, we grow a lot of greens. In fact, in 2019, we grew over 2,000 square feet of wheat just so we would have a surplus of seed that could be ground anytime we wanted to make baked goods. Oh yeah, that's a lot more flour. That's a whole lot more flour. Okay, so you want to try and measure that? Oh, look at that. One of the greatest joys for me and why I love gardening with grains is to be able to share this experience with the next generation so they can really understand where their food comes from, how it is grown, and all that farmers do to support our society. Yard to table is such a meaningful experience to a child who can then have the rest of their life with this greater appreciation. Now it's time to bake, and today we're using a recipe from Gardening with Grains. These delicious chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwiches are the perfect treat for all the people in your life. For more information and to order your signed and personalized copy of Gardening with Grains, visit my website, breegrows.com. As always, thank you for watching. And for more garden inspiration, subscribe to Bree the Plant Lady.